Hello friends, this is Vedavati Varkala working in Narayana IAS Academy. We have started a new program called Prelims-2020 Made Easy. Now we will see what are the causes of failure of the revolt. See, the first one is All India participation was absent. See, we saw, right, it did not go after Narmada into the south, and in east it was up to Bihar only, and in north it was up to Delhi, and in west it was up to Rajputana. So it was mostly confined to the north. So that's why we can't say it as an all India movement. All classes did not join. See, we have seen different sections of the society joining this revolt, but still in that also some very influential people, some very rich people who could have helped stayed aloof. They are big zamindars, money lenders, successful merchants and many Indian rulers. See, these were afraid of the British. They thought if they help the revolt of 1857, they will be deprived of the pension or money from the British. That's why they did not participate or help the sepoys or civilians. Poor arms and equipments. By now we understood, right, that the British were very advanced when compared to the any other powers. What we had in India, we had something like swords, spears and only very few guns when compared to the advanced equipment of the British. Uncoordinated and poorly organized. See, British had some excellent officers and generals, but what we had was a very weakest link, who was a very weak personality, the then Mughal ruler. So we can say there was no central leadership. There was no unified ideology. See, there was no perspective from political angle. People had different reasons. Some had social reasons, some had economic reasons, some had their own grievances. Nobody thought about nationalism. So it was more like they were angry on the British and they just wanted to vent out their anger and frustration. So with that personal reasons, they all came together. But there was no single reason for unification. So these were all the causes of failure of the revolt. Let us see what was the nature of the revolt. See, during that time, even most of the sepoys were Hindus. The major religion was Hinduism. Still, they thought the central leadership as Bahadur Shah Zafar only. See, you can see there was heights of Hindu-Muslim unity here. They all fought together, came together to fight against the British. And many leaders from different places gathered many number of civilians and fought together. So this was one such revolt where huge number of common people came together and fought. But there were multiple viewpoints given by different sections. Marxists have a different say, Britishers say something different, and nationalists have a different say. See, Marxists say the revolt was nothing but a conflict between peasants and feudal lords. So they are saying it is nothing like a first war of independence or a unified struggle. It was just some personal battle between the peasants caused because of the friction of feudal lords. Britishers say it is between civilization and barbarism. See, Britishers always told, right, Indians are not fit for administration, they are illiterate, and we people are advanced, that we British are civilized. So they felt that it was a war between civilized people and barbaric people. In nationalists also they have different opinions. So V.D. Savarkar, in his book The First War of Indian Independence, he felt this is of very great significance because no such war happened before. So this can be considered as the first war of independence, which was further fruitful for the national movement. And S.N. Sen, in his book 1857, he felt this actually began as a religious movement only. First they did for this greased cartridge and because of their religious causes, but later when many people came together, it ended as a national movement. So he said it transcended from religious to national movement. And then there was R.C. Majumdar. He felt, see, it is neither first movement nor national movement. It is no war of independence at all. He thought that people were fighting for their own personal causes and own frustration. They don't have any unity or nationalist feeling. So different nationalists had different opinions on revolt of 1857. Let us see what is the impact and the consequences of the 1857 revolt. The first important one is the company's rule ended for good. So up till 1857 it was from East India Company, but from 1857 the crown totally took over the administration of British India. See, from the year 1773 only, the crown or the British government started to have little control over the matters in India. But by 1857, because of this revolt, the company rule ended once for all. So this proclamation was announced by Lord Canning at Darbar in Allahabad. And most importantly, the era of expansion and annexation ended. So there were different kinds of policies, right? Subsidiary alliance, doctrine of lapse. These all became null. Annexations and expansions were stopped, and the crown promised that they will be respecting the dignity and rights of native princes. See, now this is a bad thing. Racial discrimination and suspicion aggravated between Indian soldiers and British soldiers. So from then there was high suppression among Indians by the British, and whatever they do, British were always suspicious. So that friction aggravated between these soldiers, and British army was reorganized. Like for every 3 Indian soldiers, they put 1 European soldier as control, and they took more and more number of Gorkhas and Sikhs into the Indian army. This 1857 revolt gave a signal to the British that if people can come together, large scale damage will happen. So from there, the British people became more and more cautious on minor mutinies. So whenever there are small rebels or movements happening, they were very cautious and alert to suppress those movements. But one positive thing of this revolt is it sowed seeds of nationalism. That's why many people consider this as the first war of Indian independence, because from then the people's attitude have changed, that if many can come together, they will actually see the change. They can put up a fight against the British. That attitude has come to the Indians. See, up to 1857, the people representing India from British were called as Governor Generals. But this nomenclature was changed to Viceroys. From 1857, Governor Generals were being called as Viceroys. Like that, Lord Canning is the first Viceroy of India. And that happened from 1857. Now let us see some previous questions that came in UPSC exam. See, so many questions have come from this chapter because this is very important. You need to remember the nerve centers and leaders associated with it. What are the causes? What are the consequences? Like that, everything is important in this chapter. So let us see the first question. The cause for the immediate precipitation of the Sepoy mutiny was, see, this is easy. It is use of cartridges greased with cow fat. See, eating beef was very sinful in India, right? See, these were also reasons for discontent and pain among the people. But the immediate reason, the final spark, was given because of this cartridges. The personality who is not connected with the 1857 mutiny is, see, this is easy. It is Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh is way after the 1857 revolt. Lakshmi Bai was from Jhansi. Tatia Tope also was associated with Lakshmi Bai, and Nana Sahib was from Kanpur. So here Bhagat Singh is not associated. See, there is an assertion. The revolt of the 1857 failed. Reason? It lacked adequate organization and military power. This is true, right? And even the reason explains the assertion. There was large-scale suppression of the revolt by the British because we lacked in any advanced military equipment, power, no central leadership, and no adequate organization. So A is the right answer. Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 failed due to lack of effective organization, lack of unity of purpose, lack of unified system of leadership, all the above. So see, it is all the above. These are all the reasons for the failure of the revolt. Who among the following led the Sepoys at Kanpur in 1857 uprising? We know, right? From Kanpur it is Nana Sahib. Tatia Tope and Lakshmi Bai were associated with Jhansi, and Kunwar Singh is associated with Bihar. So Nana Sahib is the answer. The educated middle class in India opposed the revolt of 1857, supported the 1857 revolt, remained neutral to the revolt of 1857, fought against native rulers. See, the answer is remained neutral to the revolt. They did not oppose the British, they did not support, because even these people felt that people don't have any unified purpose, that they are fighting for their own reasons and frustrations. That's why the educated middle class remained neutral and did not support anyone. Which one of the following territories was not affected by the revolt of 1857? See, from Jhansi we have Rani Lakshmi Bai. From Jagdishpur we have the Zamindar Kunwar Singh. From Lucknow we have Begum Hazrat Mahal. But Chittoor was the region unaffected by the 1857 revolt. Which of the following places did Kunwar Singh, a prominent leader of 1857 revolt, belongs to? See, it is Bihar. That's why you have to remember the centers and the leaders associated, because see, most of the questions are coming in the form of personalities associated. With reference to the revolt of the year 1857, who of the following was betrayed by a friend, captured and put to death by British? See, it was Tantia Tope. He was associated with Lakshmi Bai, right? So he was cheated by a local friend, ruler of Sindhia. When Tantia Tope escaped to jungles, he was captured and was put to death by the British because of the conspiracy of this Sindhia ruler. Thank you.